probably, is that a little more helpful? Yeah, so I've been having some fun with this. I actually started this last night, just kind of on my own. But, so what I'm doing right now is it's got these, kind of seeing these big circles. So what I want to do, I'm going to get the whole outline in blue, and then I'm going to do, a specific, or I'm going to do these up as the different, little glass ornaments. So, yeah, sorry, my microphone is a room mic, but it is also behind me, which makes this a little, just like a tad tough. But I think, like, that should be good. Let's see, it says I'm about even or a little above, so, yeah. So how's your day going? Oh, hey, SOF. Sort of, yeah. So it's one of those, it's basically one of those things. I got it at a local craft store. And I'm just using it as a way to chill out. I'm going to do a little bit more than what's just here. Right now I'm doing the base colors, but you can already see, like, with the deer, I actually added the trail that they have down the middle of their forehead, and I tried to kind of make the antlers a little bit lighter looking to make them look more like antlers. But yeah. Lovely. When is it not? Government. But yeah, so just hanging out and doing this. I find it very, very relaxing. I also do like Warhammer minis and stuff, but I'm not quite ready for everyone to see how terrible my painting is just yet. Thanks. Pre-Christmas COVID stuff, of course. Yeah, they're starting a lot of stuff. Different parts of the US are taking different approaches to it, and some are more successful than others. We'll see. I have a friend who is convinced that Florida is just trying to keep people from moving there to keep property prices low. It's just that Rick DeSantis doesn't want anyone else coming around. I mean, of all the conspiracy theories I've heard, it's one of the more innocuous ones, for sure. Sorry, it doesn't help I have no idea how loud I'm being. Likes to paint, jewel art, fiber art. Yeah, I can definitely see that. It's nice to do just repetitive motions and to have a good visual cue as to what progress you're making. You know, this is something that doesn't come as easily with, like, spreadsheets and stuff. Just a very nice, even cue. I think the one thing I'm probably doing wrong is I am thinning my paints. And while these are acrylics, I don't think I should be doing that because I'm painting on canvas, but I'm not familiar enough with painting on canvas. I've got, yeah, okay. So then I should probably turn my head more towards the speaker. Actually, let me see if I can, hold on. That's an idea. Nope, that did, oh. Less than nothing. One moment. Okay. Nope. Come on. Over, under. There we go. Ignore the dogs. They're just going nuts because there's another dog outside and they don't know who it is and it's much bigger than them. Yes, everyone is a meme. I mean, literally the Florida man meme, right? Of course, California girls, or, you know, take your pick. There's plenty of memes in the world. We're all just somebody's stereotype. Having worked in music, I know how much of a pain moving a mic at this point can be. Yeah, fortunately, I've got it on a boom, so it actually is not that hard. The big issue is making sure that I'm blocking correctly so that you can actually see what I'm doing, while also still facing and speaking into the mic. It's amazing how Steve. It's because the real estate's cheap, you know? And don't forget the money laundering. It's real easy when the property gets washed away half the time. But yeah. I think, didn't they put NASA there because Cape Canaveral has, like, unusually good weather? And it's almost always really, like, bright and nice there, too. So I don't know if it was, I think it was a matter of necessity. Disney is that great. Even in Canada. Who doesn't hear the Florida stories? I think the craziest thing that happened to me was going to Chile and having somebody there ask me if I had met anyone from Florida. And I'm like, why? And he's like, well, because of all the Florida man stories. And I'm like, bro. Hey, Kilo. Thank you for the follow. Nice to see you. It was nice meeting you earlier today over an SOF stream. Kilo actually is also doing... Was it you? It was you or Fox who was doing Halo. Because I went and I checked out your channels just to, you know, kind of see what you're about when SOF mentioned that you guys were also streamers. Oh, it was Fox? Okay. Yeah, because I've been doing a bunch of Halo as well, so... The furthest south in not... Yeah. I think it's on about the south. No, you're right. It does go a little bit further south. I think the Florida Keys are the furthest south point in the U.S. Which, like, okay, so a wild thing is, for the longest time, I figured people, like, had borders nailed down, you know? Like, there was a specific spot where it is America, it's not America. Because, you know, growing up American, that's how the things work. There's America and not America. Anyways, so the U.S. government alone has 3 different estimates for how much border there actually is, depending on which service you go to. The Coast Guard lists it as something like 134,000 miles. But the National Geological Survey, which goes a lot more in depth and instead of just drawing a line down the coastline, actually like follows the coastline, gives it almost double that. Oh yeah, we don't need a safety report. Why is that? Why is there a safety report? How am I going to fuck up this stream so bad? OSHA's gonna be like, hey, stop painting. God, I gotta remember to reset those. You know what? If I like accidentally cut myself or something, you can totally put that in there. Not how I'm like the Euro NASA is in French. Yeah, exactly, right? Like, and actually I was watching a really interesting video on YouTube on postmodern imperialism and how Francophone countries are largely forced to continue trading with France due to really unpopular and predatory lending practices by the French government, and how in order to continue receiving aid, they have to remain on the franc, which stifles their economic development potential. Of course, it's a great deal for the French, but, you know. Yeah, if Pete David... Is it Pete... What? You know, I put his name in the thing, and I totally forgot what his name is. Pete something or other. Anyways, if he wants to come have a talk with me, I'll happily get him on stream. I'll interview the head of OSHA. Sure, man. Say hi. Let's Let's talk. Have your people call my people. By my people, I mean me. I don't have people. The UN has 2 sizes for the landmass of the US, one without coastal water and one with, so it's both smaller and bigger than China. Nobody can ever make up their minds on this stuff, right? Like, it's so weird to just think, yeah, we're all just making it up as we go along. Like, I saw a piece. Okay, so if you're not in the US, which I don't believe either of you are, right now student loan debt is a big thing. And I'm just kind of amazed at all these companies arguing, because there are a lot of them. Wells Fargo, not Philip Morris. It's not Fannie Mac. There's a couple of smaller investment firms that do that were dealing with primarily with student loans, with or without disputed islands. Oh, don't even get me started. Every place. Everything must be ours. At least we didn't start a war over the Falklands. No one lives here. Let's kill each other over it. What was I thinking? But so the number of people arguing that like those businesses should get bailed out, when I'm sitting here going, I'm sorry, wasn't the business model not give very high interest, comparatively very high interest rate loans that couldn't be solved in bankruptcy, specifically because lending money to 18-year-olds without credit is a bad idea? Like, bitch, this is what happens. This is Finance 101. Coastal water and the sizing of it. So I'm not sure what the difference between coastal waters and, like, what... Does it mean like how, you know, San Francisco's Bay is in, is a bay, counting all of that? Or are we just talking like straight outside the US? Can you see that? Yeah, good. It's like extra 3 miles of land for all its coast. Yeah, it is. Because it's basically 3 sides, but who the hell's gonna come from the Arctic Circle to try and sneak into Alaska, right? Like, I don't think there's a lot of smugglers using that route, although that might be why it's a good route, come to think of it. You know, a route nobody uses isn't gonna be patrolled very often, but nobody uses it probably because it's, I'd imagine, on the dangerous side. I'm probably going to have to do multiple layers for this, which does not make me happy. I'm quite lazy and don't like doing multiple layers. Oh, well, if you look at the size... will be like the beach ends here and the US ends here and the Atlantic starts here. None of it makes any sense. I mean, we all made it up, right? There's I forget where it is. I think it's one of the Congos has a straight line because a couple of Belgian aristocrats were sitting down disputing over what part of Africa they owned, so they drew a perfectly straight line starting from a part of the country they thought was particularly pretty based on the stories they'd heard. No other real reason, they just kind of felt like it. Like that would be the spot. And it turns out it runs through like multiple natural barriers that the local peoples used. Not that anybody ever really got down there for all that long, but anyways. So yeah. I'd like it if we could all just, you know, chill, love each other, move on with our lives, that kind of thing. But no. Everybody's mad all the fucking time. Oh well. Okay, anger is a drug, and I will not be its user. No, the US hates it is a mess. Does the Northwest Passage get used? I know it exists, right? But like, I don't know, everything we hear in the US about it is like the expedition of the what the hell was it called? It wasn't the Beagle. You know, the one that ended up on that little. Okay, I mean, I guess that makes sense, right? You've got a lot of shipping that needs to happen, and now we've definitely got the tech to keep everybody warm and alive and fed. So might as well, right? If the water is there, use it. This is such a crappy canvas. Do 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 do. Canada is at war with the Dutch. Almost, maybe, not really. No, I didn't hear about that. What's going on there? You finally decide that, or you finally find all those maple syrup thieves, and turns out they're Dutch. Or you just mad not getting more Canadian bacon? I hear the Dutch do a lot of farming. Ranching, anyways. Ignore the dogs. There's just a much bigger dog outside, and they're mad about it. Because you have chat setting allowing confirmed people only. Alright. You know, this is the second time we run up against this. Give me a sec. I know how to fix it. Moderation. Alright, that should work. Kilo, give it a shot now. Yeah, that's fair. I think that was just what the default was set to. We did get a super fun. There was a hot minute where I had like 500 followers because I put the mental health stream on one night when I was having like real bad time in the middle of the night, and I was just kind of hanging out to talk and everything, and this dude sends several hundred follows using different accounts that were all like he had like Hausa or Howdy Doody or some shit like that. It wasn't Hausia because Hausia is an actual person we've had a couple times, but yeah, that was fun. But no, I don't generally get hate rated, so I don't imagine you're probably right. It's not super important. I'll just leave it as I can always switch it back too if I need to. So there's an island next to Greenland in Canada. Go figure. It's on the border. And Canada also says mine. No clue who first flag it in leaf shops, then we flag it, rinse and repeat. Oh yeah! Neither of you actually end up doing anything about it. You just kind of, because it's like a barren rock or some crap, isn't it? Like nobody lives there. I got 3 follow bots at the same time today. Made me laugh. Yep. Girls, why are you mad? There we go. That's the roommate's back. Oh. Alright. So I see Kilo is not chatting yet, which makes me think that I didn't do something correctly. So... moderation... Nope, they're off. Okay, well, he should be good to chat. Oh god, why are you... Stop leaning down! I guess you are under the thing now. Who's he wa? It's just funny, holy... That you're so polite, you're starting a war with each other? I don't understand. Canadian stereotype that you hate the Dutch, maybe? I don't know. I'm not that familiar with Canadian stereotypes other than you get constantly mistaken for Americans. And you have to apologize and explain that no, you are not in fact American. That you're really sorry, but you don't condone the things. Anyways. Know that we came as ours and we leave a present and apologize, sort of. Yeah, okay, that's fair. Oh, so I thought you said you were setting up, like, shops, not, like, leaving sweets or something. But that makes... I mean, that's kind of adorable. It's like the most passive-aggressive war ever. I hope you have a nice holiday. Also, we planted our flag, and here's a box of croissants. Could have probably used a bigger brush for this, but 'tis what it is. Do that. Best Space Marine chapter and why? Canon chapters, the Salamanders, they are probably the only Space Marine chapter still doing what they're supposed to be doing, which is, you know, saving humans and protecting humanity from the ravages of predatory alien species. I mean, pretty much all Space Marines are doing that on some level, but the Salamanders are pretty much the only ones I read in fiction who actually seem to, like, care about the human beings as human beings. So that would probably be my favorite canon chapter. My favorite non-canon chapter is the Reasonable Marines. If you mean, like, best in terms of combat prowess, I would say probably gonna be the Ultramarines, just because they get a lot of love. So their tabletop rules and their stories tend to reflect them as being pre-Banff. I feel like that really all they need is BNGW poster boys, and they'll probably get away with just about anything. But I admittedly have not read that many of their stories. I think the favorite Space Marine chapter, so my favorite is probably the Blood Angels in terms of canon chapters. If you've played in the BLT streams at all, you'll notice I use a couple of Blood Angel calls, like Death, and For Sanguinius, in as actual stream calls that the characters will say as they come in, the NPCs when they get summoned. I'm looking at adding more. I might add some Traitor Legion stuff. Maybe do some 13th Legion. You know, the Pretty Marines or whatever the hell their actual name was. Emperor's Sons, I think. Alright. Look at that. Look how far this is coming along. Doing a great job. I think my favorite guard regiment, kind of in that same vein, I really like the Double Eagle by Dan Abnett. I feel like it was a really different guard book that we don't normally get to see too much from the Navy's perspective. I can think of very few times in guard books that we actually get more than like a token appearance of naval ratings, you know, or like Marines and stuff. So it's pretty cool to see how the guard operates. In one of the Armageddon, they were like, bounding you at that high with... abandoned hive with people in it. Yeah, pretty much, right? Like, that was the whole thing. Them and the Space Wolves. I just don't like... The Space Wolves don't really have a lot of introspection. That's kind of what turns me off from them, you know? They're not... The Space Wolves are not interested in becoming better versions of themselves. They want to kill and fight. Which, hey, that's fine. Just not what I'm into, personally, you know? But they do go out of their way to protect the civilians, but I feel like the Space Wolves mostly do it because they just really don't fucking like the Inquisition. Not because they care about humanity, necessarily. That was also during the War for Armageddon, if I remember, because it was a guard regiment served alongside Grey Knights, which, like, side question. Why don't you just keep that guard regiment serving with the Grey Knights so that you don't have to keep murdering them? Because, like, resources are already thin enough. Oh, yeah, Bjorn's really cool. I like some of his fanfic as well as some of his regular fic. He's a very no-nonsense, angry motherfucker, and I like it. As for... Yeah, right? Like... Why? Guys, stop murdering everyone. God damn it, Inquisition. Did you think that maybe you were doing Khorne's job for him? Of course not, though. They would never consider that. Because the idea that Khorne is tricking them into killing their own unarmed civilians for him, so he doesn't have to get his hands dirty, would never cross their minds, even if it's not true. Even if it's not true. That'd be a brilliant fucking plan. Maybe Tzeentch is doing it, just so Khorne will owe him one forever and be, like, royal pissed. Maybe that's Tzeentch's master plan. He just really wants Khorne to help him move next Saturday. So he's setting up this whole fucking thing so Khorne can... Yeah! And then Tzeentch can be like, you owe me one, buddy. And Khorne will be like, fuck! Because you know Khorne's the one getting that couch in and out of their apartment. You know, if Khorne, Tzeentch, Nurgle, and Slaanesh were all roommates, Khorne is carrying the heavy furniture. It's a very simple thing, you know? It doesn't take a lot of brains, and it's a very direct job. It's perfect for Khorne. And that's why Tzeentch tricked him into it. Again. I remember there was this High School of the Imperium or something. High School 40K. It was this really bad, well, okay, it wasn't bad, but it wasn't very good. It was a very schlocky, that's the word. It was very schlocky fanfic about if everybody was in high school. And it was just so, like, it's where the Cultist Chan meme came from. Yes, you know Nurgle is making some delicious ass stew. You might get food poisoning. But that stew's gonna be delicious. And his girlfriend Isha, who you never really talk to and you're honestly a little bit worried about, well, she makes sure to take care of you anytime that he does give you food poisoning, and she apologizes profusely. So, that kind of makes it better. Although she keeps calling corn cane. Don't get that one. I would totally watch that series, though. It actually kind of reminds me of what Brava Alpha Bus is doing right now. I don't know, did you follow any of the TTS stuff? Did anybody here follow the text-to-speech stuff at all? If the Emperor had a text-to-speech device? Oh, Slanesh also. Slanesh is totally decorating the apartment, and it's going to look fucking fabulous, because Zinch is going to subtly guide Slanesh to make not BDSM choices. Zinch is the one keeping everything together through, like, horrible machinations, too. Monster hunting stuff. Shit, what did I just ask? If you're familiar with something. $40K monster hunting. Nope. I lost it. Oh, TTS. Right. Yeah, the monster hunting stuff. Yes. So they're basically reusing the same characters, the same designs, the same voices, everything. They're just making it about Hunter the Reckoning, which is a different RPG whose developer is a lot less Sue happy. So hopefully they'll get a little more content out of that. I'm looking forward to see what they produce, because I feel like the dude's a solid writer regardless of what medium you give him. He just, he obviously had a love for 40K that translated pretty well. But I think no matter what you give that team, they're going to turn out something pretty good. You were into... Yeah. It ended recently anyways, so, there's not a lot. Yeah. They couldn't continue to use the TTS stuff, so moving over to World of Darkness was creative. And I don't see... White Wolf or no, it's not White Wolf anymore. Who is it? Is White Wolf around again? Anyways, I don't see whoever owns the IP suing, because it's such a small IP. It's free. It's free advertising for them, right? Like, they're not gonna shoot that in the mouth unless it really makes them look bad. And I kind of doubt they're going to make them look really awful, it is a satire series, so I guess it's possible that they'll say something that the suits don't like, but I'd be surprised. Oh, shit. Sorry. You know what? I'm getting kind of tired of the current music. Let's see what else we got. Oh, perfect. Got a message from Trump and his lawyers about frivolous lawsuits. You're gonna have to stop right there. That's my thing. Did a little JFK there too, but you know what? Screw it. It's Christmas. That's gonna be my answer to everything. You know what? Screw it. It's Christmas. Why'd you kill this man, sir? It's 'cause screw it. It's Christmas. Gave myself a present. A little murder poo. Don't worry, I let myself off the hook for this. You don't have to take me in, officer. Come on. Yeah. No! I hate you. Sued Bill Mayer in some way. I'd believe it. He's got such a fragile ego. If he ever heard this, I bet I'd get a lawsuit. But that's just my opinion, so sue away, dickhole. Yeah, him, there's that coal bearing guy who likes to throw people into slap suits, who was messing with Jamie Oliver because Jamie Oliver ran a piece on him that they're like, again, is totally factual, except for like the parts where we were making very clearly satirical jokes. And I think SF Debris put it best when he was like, hey, what are you going to do? Are you going to sue and prove them right that you are fragile enough that you take offense from a puppet making fun of you? So, well, apparently. And again, if this was fake news media, you think he wouldn't give a shit. He, ironically, by suing people, he gives them so much more credibility than they had before. Right? Like, because now there are people who don't like him are going to be like, oh, what is this person saying? It's one of those catch-22s, you know, there's no way to guarantee you get out of it scot-free. Because if you respond, there's going to be a certain group of people who go, what did you do? No matter what you may or may not actually have done. That being said, I'm not a fan of the turnip. So, or Commander-in-Cheeto, whatever I decided to call him last time. I think he's a weak populist president. Oh, just sub for 3 months in a row. Ooh. Also, more people see what was said. Oh, you wanna see a bigger tangy? You want me to make this chat bigger? All right, hold on. All right, well, it's bigger now. There we go. All right, cool. So now it'll save it a little bit longer. To give you the rundown, we were mostly talking about Warhammer, but yeah. So thank you for the 3 months of subbies, Lord Vulcan. Much appreciated. Oh yeah, I get what you mean now. I got there. I caught up. Yes, yeah. When you give them that kind of publicity, like they're gonna get a certain amount of it when they sue you, regardless, right? You can't stop that. But when you answer things they didn't direct at you with a lawsuit, you give them so much. Unless it's a tort lawsuit that wraps up real quick, you give them so much more ammunition. You know, and generally news places are pretty good about retracting, even if they don't retract as fully as they maybe should sometimes. But they're generally pretty good about retracting stuff that has bad legal optics because they don't like getting sued. It's kind of one of their bigger costs of business, you know? They're not fans. Most people don't like getting sued. That's why we spend so much time trying to avoid it. All right, we're going to try to even this color out a little bit because it's really, really splotchy, and I don't like that. I want a nice, solid color. I probably should have used thicker paint. I probably shouldn't be diluting it. I'm too used to painting miniatures where you kind of have to, you know? But honestly, like, I probably should have just left it undiluted and it would have been fine. It's not like I don't have enough blue. I've retracted enough not to have little baby lawsuits around. Those are called child support payments, and your kids not lawsuits. Also, we support paying child support here. But, yeah, I'm glad your pullout game is strong. Please, tell me more facts about your body that I did not ask for. Oh, man. You be somewhere and somebody hits you with one of those weird ones out of nowhere. They're like, sometimes when I'm hungry, I lose control of my bladder. And you're like, that's great, Gary. Could you not tell me that in the middle of the line for beer? Thanks. Same difference to my broke ass. Fair enough. Fair enough. Come on, a little bit thinner. Yes. Oh, beautiful. Look at that. It's coming along so well. All right, we're going to have to go back over with the brown. The brown's also really thin, and it's making me not happy. It's okay, though. We're doing good. Look at this. Look at how well this is coming along. This was almost entirely white for the background when I started. Like, how long ago was that? About an hour. All right. So I think I'll do a couple more. But once I'm done with this blue here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch over to doing his beard. Because I kind of want to try some stuff with his beard. Not like sex stuff. Not this time anyways. But I'm kind of getting tired of painting blue everywhere. So that's what we'll do. It's just happy little accidents. Oh, that's what they're called. Happy little... They're not lawsuits. They're happy little accidents. I've had a couple buddies who have had kids, and they're like, yeah, it's adorable seeing my daughter grow up before my eyes, but they're fucking expensive. Like, yeah, well, shoulda wrapped your tool. Remember, boys, only fools don't wrap their tools. Insane parent stuff. Yeah, I've browsed that thread a little bit. I tend to stick to like best of Redditor updates just because, one, I really hate the people who treat those subs like a creative writing assignment. It's like, bro, not here. Or like, oh god, there was one. I was in the abuse subreddit for a little bit. Well, one of them called Abuse Interrupted. And it was like there were a couple of people who were like advertising self-help and stuff, and the mods cracked down on it really quick. But I was like, that's fucking disgusting. Like, really? And then there was one instance where I'm commenting on this lady's post, and I said something like that, I hope everything goes okay, and and take care of yourself. And I said something, and it triggered a bot who came in and was like, we've saved what you said as a quote, and we've archived this thread forever. And I'm like, bro, chill. Bro, super chill. And then, like, how often do the parents not get that it's them? Like, in the best of Redditor updates, sometimes you get the other side, too, where you get the parents being like, I don't understand. I told my child their lifestyle was an unacceptable affront to God, and now they don't want to talk to me. Yeah, bro, I wouldn't want to talk to you either, and I don't even know you. So, that always entertains me. Alright, that's coming along quite well. So now, we get into the fun part. Where are my... Let's get a bigger brush first. We'll use this one. And then we're going to grab... a nice dark underlayer. Maybe not that one. No, wait. I'm not doing skin. I'm doing the beard. So I need gray. Administratum gray. Great. Freezing gray, lovely. And I've already got the white. And I don't need pallid witch flesh. Is there any other grays in here? I don't think so. Glazes. Ah! Alright. Writing try more things like D&D. Yeah, it's like, bro, there's a time and place, and this is neither. D&D is great, though. I love the D&D subreddit. It's a great community. I've found a lot of really solid D&D communities overall. I feel like a really good way to get to know a place is to get to know what the local D&D scene looks like. Alright. Now we're going to do a little bit on Santa's beard. Mother and child. Sleep in heavenly peace. Nice Oblivion. Oh, thank you. Yeah. So I've got Oblivion there, and then the other one that I've got is Post Tenebris Lux, which I got because I thought it was cool, pretty much, and that was basically the only reason. Well, that's not the same gray that I was just using. What the fuck? That's a very different color. Oh, you know why? I didn't use the same gray. Admittedly, that does make it not so great, but yeah, Oblivion is one of those games I dropped 300 plus hours in on a single character. The story I always like to tell is I figured out you could speedrun several Oblivion areas if you had a ring of water breathing and a ring of fire resist at minimum, or if you were just an Argonian with a ring of fire resist 100%, because the water is, or the magma is just water that is reskinned and coated to deal fire damage. Getting a new D&D campaign after my last campaign at the end of the start of the month. Fair enough. What are you thinking of running theme wise? Not saying I'm going to play, just, giving you the space to talk about it. Because I do love hearing people's D&D ideas. That's probably one of my parts of my last job that I really miss. I was just staying around, talk to people about telling stories, I mean, the job before customer service anyways. Come on, how you doing? You looking good? Look at you. You're so happy with your beard. Oh my god. You're so handsome. Group ends up being what we all want, if I even DM this time. Fair enough. I've run a couple of really fun ones. I think one of my favorite games was this 1920s style pulp adventure game set in the D&D setting of Eberron. I feel like the D&D rule set really lends itself well to pulp adventures overall. So I had a lot of fun working with that one and working with the crew on it. It ended up not really going anywhere, but that's okay. That happens, You all excited for the 12-hour super stream tomorrow? We're going to be doing giveaways and all kinds of other fun stuff. I'm going to be doing giveaways of Steam, Microsoft, or Sony gift cards. For those of you in Canada, you will have to answer a math question, so I hope you know what 2 plus 2 is. Alright. Oh, that looks good. That's starting to get there. Look at that. Santa, come pull my sleigh tonight, you silver fox, you. What time is the stream starting? 10 a.m. Pacific time. I will be running from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. So I will be doing a number of things, but I will be ending on a Bannerlord stream. 6 straight hours of Bannerlord, so I imagine that will be a rather popular decision. And I'm also going to be shilling some merch. I actually got, I could put it up in right now, but I actually got some shirts done. And they showed up today. I'm really excited about them. Speaking of the D&D stream, I actually got permission from the artist to reuse some of the assets from that stream on merch. So we've actually got some pretty cool looking shirts. Give me one sec. I'll go grab it and give you a little show. Because it's always been my preference to have something to give you guys rather than just take your money, you know. Alright, so I got these two. This is the Concern shirt, which I think is just adorable. And then we have Streets of Magic Predator. It's a giant hooty owl sitting on a thing. I think it's pretty cool too. So, alright, new people. I have 1 to 3 goblins, but really kobolds at a logging camp to play. Before you were named head lumberjack of Calradia, now you can take that lumberjack experience and really shake up the system, you know. Knock over some established stuff. Tear it out by the roots. Knock over the establishment, that's what I mean. Yeah, acrylics don't really go well on canvas. I don't know why that's what they decided. I mean, because it's cheap, right? Like, obviously I know why, but yeah. Alright, we're gonna do this down to here. Now I am gonna cover his mouth. And we'll have to add one in a little later. So we cover that up. And the reason we're going to cover that up is because I plan on adding something in. And I can always go back and do the little mouth, you know, if I really need to. Okay. Next up, let's give this hat a little definition. What we're going to do is we're just going to add a little line like right here of this gray, and then we're going to blend it a little bit using the white and another brush just to kind of give us a little more definition without going too much into the same color as the beard, because I don't want to really use too much of the same colors. It can be kind of distracting in my opinion. It's really distracting when everything's like crazy, super weird colors, but we're not going there yet, so, you know, no worries. Give a little bit to the hat. Look at that. Look at how good... Oh, shit, I got it all over my hand. Just refilling your beard there, Santa. My bad, my bad. I'm sorry. Okay. Look at that. Look at how cute that is. Now, what I'd like to do now... Oh, that's right. I'm going to do a little bit of blending to kind of make that fit in a little better. So, we're going to... Why the fuck is there two whites on this one? We're going to do... We're going to take a little bit of this white. And then a little bit of this gray. And then we're going to go gray, gray, gray. And then white, 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 white. And then gray, 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 gray. And then white, 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 white. And beautiful. Beautiful. Yes, yes, Santa. You are so handsome now. Yes, you are. Santa is my beautiful Santa. Well, I know new people have 1 to 3 goblins, but really, probably easy wash out if you give it to the vagina. But if I give it to a child, it will easily... Okay, I guess that makes sense. Give it to the vagina spawn. Is that a child? Is that smegma? Is it Satan? I genuinely don't know. Could be any. I'd believe it. Alright, now... Here's the follow-up we're going to do. Actually, you know what? We won't use that brush. What we're going to use instead is we're going to use what's called a stippling brush. That's right here. So it's got these really flat bristles, you see. And what I'm going to do with this, term crotch goblin. Yeah, crotch goblin's fine. That works for me. All right, we're going to take this little stippling brush. We're just going to get some of this on it. A little bit of it off. And then we're going to go... Maybe, do I need to get a bunch off? I guess I don't really. Can I give a little more definition? Just by adding a little more color and kind of varying up the textures. You know what? That's a good idea, but now I'm annoyed and I just kind of want to do this faster. So instead, we're going to do this. Put that down there. Thin it out a little. Da 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 da. All the way home I'll be warm. Ba da ba 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 ba. Mom, mom. Okay. Very good, very good. Now just a little bit more color to kind of start evening it out. It's a little all over the place at the moment. You know me, I like organized. Organized. All right. So first things first, let's give Santa kind of fuzzy eyebrows. I feel like Santa's got fuzzy eyebrows, you know? He's got to be one of those guys. There's no way he's not. Two, we're going to give him just an itty-bitty mustache. We're doing it a slightly different color so that'll be easy to tell apart when we go back in. I know it's kind of hard to see on the screen, but I need it to be a different color so I can know where I'm going to put my accent line. Which is going to go just under his beard. Kind of help set it apart from, or his mustache to help set it apart from his beard. Is this going to look good? Nah, probably not. Am I going to have fun doing it? Hell yeah. Alright. And we're going to do some white. I've been dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know. Get a beer from the fridge and then one wonders why I even bought it. Well, if you don't like the beer, then I wonder that too, frankly. Alright, now we're going to do a little bit thicker of an outline around the edge of his beard because that will give the implication that there is less hair there, and so it's reflecting a lighter color. Might have to do multiple layers just to get this to overpower the colors underneath. White is notoriously a pain in the ass to paint, which is why I don't play white scars. Ah. Well, then you're not an alcoholic if you're wondering why you bought it. I'm an alcoholic when I'm like, or I started to wonder anyways when I was thinking about buying eggnog for a holiday party, and I was like, should I buy another one for myself? Because I really like eggnog. And then I realized I could save $15 by buying the non-alcoholic version. I was like, I really just kind of want the eggnog, but I also kind of want the beer. I know it's kind of weird, but the thing that I really wanted to do, really honestly, was transform this into something more than, you know, after Jamie got annoyed with it, play one other chapter. No, I don't want to. I don't want to paint white. I want the exact opposite of that. I think I sometimes have to paint white on Blood Angel's shoulder pads, and that's about as much into it as I get. Because honestly, I just really hate painting white. It's such a pain in the ass. Yeah, the white scars are all white. I mean, you know, it's kind of in the name, but also, I guess it's like a purity thing. I don't know if they do different colors depending on, like, for helmets. I think they do, depending on what section you're with. But I know they don't do a lot of different colors overall. I think the closest they get is when they've got somebody from outside their chapter, they're allowed to wear their own colors, because they do like a exchange thing where they exchange Marines with other sections of their chapter. Even the ones from the second and other foundings. Well, that's the thing. If they're from a different founding, they're a different Space Marine chapter technically, and so they'll have their own insignia and colorization. So I could, in that sense, you're right, I could play a White Scars army if I really wanted to. I just don't really care that much. I do like that they're fast, though. That's probably one of my favorite things about them. Is that they zoom, 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 zoom. See, doesn't that look good with the little under outline? Actually, that's starting to look like something, isn't it? Honestly, I don't even got to do these. I could probably do them white, and they would be adorable little falling snowflakes. I think I can abandon my original plan. I'm just gonna paint them over white. Oh. Maybe throw a little blue wash on them or something, just to make them a little more, you know, kind of stand out a little bit more, but whatever. Or I can just do this. Lovely. Oh, I'm gonna need to do several layers over that green. Shit. Alright, hold up. Only 3 of them are colored green, so give me a sec. I'm just gonna try and lather over them real quick. Just a fucking ton of paint. Fuck you, assholes. Stop being green. It ain't easy being green. It is real easy not being this cool, though. Most people can't manage it. I'm too cool for school. Alright. Okay, let's bring this back up where y'all can see it, because I imagine it's a lot less fun to watch a painting stream that doesn't have any painting. So I'm thinking about doing 40k minis going forward, or just other minis in general. I've got some Fallout stuff, and I've got some Skyrim stuff sitting around somewhere. Because honestly, I really like painting, and I have a lot of stuff I could paint. Look at that. Look how fucking cute that is. Isn't that fucking adorable? I gotta redo the Merry Christmas, though. That's honestly pretty bad. You know what I could do? I could do candy stripes. I feel like that actually might look pretty cool. Let's give it a shot. We're gonna try and white out these yellow letters that I painted and do candy stripes for Merry Christmas instead. Fortunately, it's yellow, so it shouldn't be that big of an issue to color over it, but it's going to be kind of annoying. Yep. There we go, yeah, because the white is not going to really overpower the blue or the yellow very easily, so I'm going to have to do multiple coats, but I'm really hoping that I can use the the red to kind of clean it up and keep it from being too noticeable. We'll see. Game Warhammer where they made the Astral Claws and use the Codex. Yeah, so people will do that a lot. They'll make their own chapters, or they'll use other chapters that are sub-foundings of other chapters. Unpainted D&D minis, but no paint or brush. There's actually a lot of really good options if you're looking to get started on painting, especially D&D minis. Army Painter actually does an exclusive range of D&D paints that come with a little brush, and it's about $10. I mean, I know you're broke as fuck, so that's not necessarily helpful information, but you know, if you get like a gift card or something for Halloween, I think you can also Halloween for who the fuck passing out gift cards for Halloween? I want to go to their house. But yeah. Okay, so you're already familiar. You just don't have the brushes. I've got a really cool ass catapult that I want to paint at some point. Just kind of sitting. Definitely need to go grab that. Nope, stop. Focus on the thing you were doing. Come on. Come on. You can't see shit. I'm gonna have to work on my setup a little bit, though. For a first stream, this isn't bad, but I don't know that I'd want to continue to lean like this for every stream going forward that I decide to paint. Alright. Can't see shit because it's a trick. All the gift cards have a 0 balance. No! Trick or treat, why do you bite me in the ass? You can't even see. You're right, though. My posture's awful. Fuck, you took that one as a freebie. Ah! Alright, hold on. Fucking goddamn. I still can't see shit because there's God damn it, undesirable. But yeah, so tomorrow, side note, tomorrow for the stream, I will post the whole schedule. I'm going to be posting that a little bit later today, right after I get off stream here. But yeah, I have everything roughly scheduled out, so shouldn't be an issue. With a 0 balance. Oh my god. Oops, broke the stream. Yeah, your posture check broke the stream, bro. Come on, what the hell? Ruining it for everybody else, Lord Vulcan. Oop. I've been going through the Space Engineers gameplay. I think I'm gonna make an OSHA safety video out of it. You know, like the 10-hour safety video that we got to do in the U.S. Oh, on the gift card front, I used to work at a Walgreens. And what we would get a lot is we'd get people who would find those gift card things where it's like, hey, you know, you get a $10 gift card if you buy a $50 gift card to someplace else. And then they would use the $10 gift card to buy their next $50 gift card, even though we weren't supposed to do that. Like, we weren't supposed to let them, but also, technically, we weren't supposed to not let them. It was a very awkward position to be in. There was one dude who bought like 125 toothbrushes because they gave him coupons. I still wonder if that guy brushes his teeth individually or not. Like, does every tooth get its own brush? Is that why he needed that many? Because I asked him and he said he wasn't going to donate them, that he was going to keep them. And I'm like, why are you going to keep them? Maybe to resell, I guess? But, yeah, bro, that's just weird. What you gonna do with that many toothbrushes? You got your fucking money, man. Just sell them or something. Give them away to kids. I don't know. You made money on the transaction, right? Like... a lifetime supply. Yeah, he's never going to need another toothbrush. He's going to be able to brush all of his teeth at the same time. Oh! You might see also in the background, BT dubs, that's the Vibe Check mug. For when you really absolutely need to clear a room. Like, it looks good on stream, like on camera, comparatively. But when you get up close to it, this is ugly. Well, this part's nice. This part's ugly. I am really proud of these berries, though. Mistletoe. Like, I think that looks pretty good, you know? Most people do a big dot in the middle, but I don't know. That's probably a better way to do it. I don't know that mistletoe actually looks like this, but I like my way, so fuck them. Fuck them all. Oh. Now, if you need to get undesirable on the morning after haggis and blood pudding night. Ooh. I've never had blood pudding. Sounds good, though. Lord Vulcan! That is not the hole I meant! Dirty, dirty boy. I don't think I've ever actually kissed someone under mistletoe. I can't say that I've been to all that many parties where there was mistletoe. Or, like, really anything where there was mistletoe, come to think of it. Like, if you just hang that from the doorway, does everybody's walking through gotta kiss each other? Seems silly. What if they're brother and sister? I guess you could kiss them on the cheek. Still. You know what this almost kind of looks like? Those old school horror comics. Like Tales from the Crypt. Kind of had this similar, like, white on yellow. Again, it looks way better on camera. Like, this nice difference between the white and the yellow does not look like that in real life. Yeah, exactly, right? Like, I don't think I've ever seen What Are Their Brothers and Sisters in Kansas? What an X just called Family Reunion. No, I kid. What was I thinking? Yeah, I don't know. Like, because that seems like one of those things. I know many young women, and I feel like most of them are just silly enough to do something like that with their partner, and I cannot think of a single time that has ever happened. So, like, maybe just every woman I know really despises their partner, uh, and is never looking to get any at parties, but that goes against the fact that pretty much every woman I know has tried to get some at a party at some point or another. Like, this seems like the perfect excuse. Hey, baby, come here, kiss me under the mistletoe. What guy wouldn't go nuts for that? I actually had an awkward moment a couple days ago. A young lady gave me her number. She was very nice. But, I'm seeing somebody, and I told her that, and she was kind of embarrassed, and she was like, oh, well, are you poly? Because that's a big thing where I am. And I'm like, no, I'm sorry, I'm not poly. And, I thought she was mad at first. And then I'm like, wait, what reason would she have to be mad? She hit on me. Like, and yeah, it turned out she was not actually mad. I was just really not used to reasonable responses from people. Who'd have guessed? I swear it was only made for Lifetime movies. Yeah, exactly, right? Like, it's not a thing. So many things, like the one phone call, they're not real things in real life. They're not things that people actually do or places actually generally have as their standard operating procedure, and yet it keeps appearing in movies because it makes for good drama. Same thing with the mistletoe. Like, who even would have to think that they'd like have to kiss somebody under the mistletoe? That's just silly. I'll beat you with the mistletoe first. Don't you fucking come near me if I tell you no. No, yeah, I need to make sure you can still see it. Yeah, the idea of being debt-free, having 2 children in a house, yeah, all made up for Lifetime movies, I guarantee it. By studio execs looking to sell more greeting cards. Eh! Oh, man. Oh, just a little bit of water. Just a little bit of water. Just to kind of thin it out a little bit. I probably shouldn't thin it out. I keep saying that I probably shouldn't thin it out. And then I thin it out again anyways. Maybe I'm just not very good at listening to my own advice. Oh, right, the S. You were a giant pain in the ass. Because it does all these fucking curves and shit. Mistletoe kills her brother. I'm not kissing you under it. You want to kill under the thing that killed Thor's brother? Or you mean, oh yeah. You want to kiss under the thing that killed Balder? Go fuck yourself. I do not want to celebrate Balder's murderer. I do not care if it was an oversight on Freya's part. Or was it Frigga? Anyways. Point is, I don't care if it was an oversight on her part not to ask the mistletoe. She should have known better. We do not accept excuses, only results. Which, side note, it's a really good movie that I highly recommend you check out if you've got Netflix, called Red Notice. It is not Retired and Extremely Dangerous sequel, although I wish it was. But it stars The Rock, what's her name? Jewish lady, plays Wonder Woman, Gal Gadot. And, let's see, The Rock, Gal Gadot, and Ryan Reynolds. And it is a really adorable movie. Really fun, kind of action-packed. It's not amazing. It's not going to knock your socks off. It's not the best new movie in the world. But it's pretty good. I highly recommend it. If you've already got a Netflix subscription, you're looking to kill 2 hours, there are way worse ways to do it. Longering Longland. Okay. What is that? I've never heard of Longering Longland. All of One Piece and somehow canon. Okay, I'm not really a One Piece guy, so I'm gonna need you to explain that one to me. Because I know he does the Grand Line thing, and he becomes the pirate king. He finds the one. Does he ever actually find the One Piece, or is he still looking for that sumbitch? That's what I want to know. This motherfucker still looking? Is this Luffy piece of shit still looking for the ultimate pirate treasure? Is he that bad at this? I'd be like, bro, it's been 16 years. Just admit it doesn't exist and move on with your life. Not yet, but he has part of the map. How long has that show been going on? He's got part of the map. God damn. Some fucking drunk in a back alley made it, pissed it out, and was like, yeah, kid, I'll sell you this map to One Piece. Yeah, totally. Nope, sorry. I know, I'm bad at this. Again, I don't really have a good setup for this, so doing my best here. Oh, shit. I mixed it with the blue. Fuck. Alright, let's try that again. So what is so awful about this One Piece arc that you would bring it up out of the blue just to be like, nah, it's a piece of shit. This arc was so bad, my mother cried. My mother never cries. That's not true. My mom cries at the drop of a hat. No, seriously, once I dropped the hat and she started crying. It was a weird night. Through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh, over the fields we go, laughing all the way, ha ha ha. So his long, long land, he goes to the day back fights. There's a red light, green light for an episode. Dodgeball, boxing, a raft race, absurd cheating in all of it. And at the end of the arc, nothing changes. We didn't learn. Filler arc. Fantastic. That's beautiful. Who doesn't love some finely crafted filler? It takes real skill to have a bunch happen and yet not go anywhere. Or one line. Either way. That one line... It was all a dream. Number one way to ruin audience immersion. It was all a dream. What the fuck? What the fuck happens in my dreams? I don't fucking go on grand goddamn adventures. Usually. I mean, sometimes I do. Actually, you know what? That's probably not that bad of a... No, no! Don't fall into the same trap they do. Don't do it. Don't do it! No, it's 100% canon in the manga. Oh, so it's not even like a filler episode. It's, oh my god. It's just, this is just how the story is. Ugh. That's actually how, do you remember the, oh god, what was it? The Chronicles of, there was this, story a while back. Starred this guy named Richard Rawl, and there was like this confessor lady who, when she touched you, she drained like all your memory, or you had to do what she said or something like that. When that got to about book 9, with nothing that had happened previously actually mattering other than the fact that Richard was the chosen one, I stopped giving a shit. Well, one of my buddies actually finished that series. And it turns out, Richard literally becomes God at the end. Talk about pointless. The entire world he exists in, he obliterates to make room for his amazing new world. Look at that. Look at how cute that is. Look at this chubby, adorable man. He's so cute. He's so... Look at him. Look at him. Look at how happy he is. Look at how happy he is. It's a big power creep. Yeah. Yeah, that is pretty big power creep. Oh, man. Almost done. With the white anyways. And then I'll have to go in and do the red stripes, which is going to be interesting. I think I know how I'm going to do it, though. It shouldn't be too difficult, actually. So I'm basically going to lay down a bladed tool to keep it from kind of going over, and it should hopefully keep straight lines at that point. Oh my god. Oh, they're... God, how long is it going to go on? Like, alright, my buddy loves One Piece. He wants me to do Zoro so he can do Luffy. Zora? Anyways, he wants me to do the three-armed swordsman, or three-sworded swordsman, so he can do Luffy for our next anime convention. And I'm like, I don't care about this movie, man. I don't care about this series. I'm really sorry. I just don't. But I'll do it anyways, because I love him. I love the bastard. So, I'll do it. But I'm like, yeah, I don't care, bud. This is your thing. I'm doing this because you like it. Not because I give a shit. Sorry. Not that I am going to tell him that more often than I have to. You could do it, but so not get all three swords out. Yeah. I mean, I could also just stick one of the swords in my mouth, right? That's what he does. Oh, hold on. So, it's coming up on 6 o'clock. Which is probably about as late as I was going to stream anyways. Alright. Okay. Ooh, looks like some more art's coming in. So you know how heavy a sword is? Yeah, they're like, what, 5 to 8 pounds tops? Maybe a little heavier. I just saw something scroll by. I'll turn my head in a second. I just really don't want to fuck up this edge. There we go. Okay. Maybe katana. Alright. Yeah, they're not particularly heavy. They're not super light, but they're not particularly heavy from what I remember. Okay, yeah, it's a couple of pounds. That makes sense. Sticking one of those in your mouth doesn't seem like it'd be super easy, but, you know. I got 35 pounds of jaw bite strength in this puppy. Might as well put them all to use. You know what, I might bring, depending on when Henderson gets here, I might bring him in for a minute just to say hi to everybody. He's the one who does all the art and stuff, and he told me to tell you, by the way, if you have any specific requests that you want to see for emotes or for merch pieces or whatever, let us know. Like, he's happy to do it. You know, if you want lumberjack gear, give us some ideas. And we'll be only too happy to make you some lumberjack gear. You know? Like, this is fun for us, too. Alright, I'm going to finish off... Because really, I don't like how big the C and the M are. And then they're not really, like, getting white enough for me. Lions for President 2020. They're not getting white enough for me. Yeesh. Bad optics. Anyways. Alright. So I want to get it a little bit wider. And kind of even it out so that the red will paint on a little bit better. Because it's really hard to go back over red after the fact. It's much easier to lay down red. Red is a very hard color to cover. As someone who paints a lot of Blood Angels. It's a very hard color to cover. And it's very hard to cover things with white. So, as I am rapidly demonstrating. Alright, now here's what we're going to do. To cover over the random blue splotches, which I'll kind of bring it up so you can see it. It's hard to see when you're far away, but when you get closer to it, you can see kind of see the S, how it's got the blue splotch here and here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and actually cover that up by, when I do the candy cane stripes, having it go from here to here so that it completely takes the blue with it. So let's see how doable that is. Grab, yeah, you'll work. Okay. Okay, so this is where this is going to get interesting. Because I can't really hold it where you can see it and do this at the same time. So, yeah, we're going to have to start. Let's see. Holy night, all is calm, all is light, and your manger lie, virgin and child, in my bed. All right, that looks awful. That looks really, really bad. I think I'm gonna need to go over the white a couple more times. That's really kind of gonna be the cincher here. Nope, I'm getting a call. Hold on. I think I know who it is too. Hey, Henderson.
Yep, I'm outside.
Hey, you want to come up and say hi to the stream real quick while I shut down?
Alright, cool beans.
All right, come up to the door.
Yeah, I'm coming to the door.
All right, I will be right back, guys. Currently the camera is facing the thing I was working on over here. Which, side note, check out my adorable Christmas painting that I'm doing.
Nicely done.
But yeah, so everybody, this is Henderson.
Yo, nice to meet you. Oh, wait.
HS Ford.
Yo,
Yep.
that's me. I'm the guy that makes the art stuff.
Yes, so yeah, if you have any requests or whatnot, let me know and I'll let him know.
Yeah, I'm really good at actually getting back to you guys and doing stuff. So.
Ooh, a tartan for the stream.
A tartan?
Yeah, you know what
What's
a tartan is? So a tartan is the Scottish, like the kilt colors. Those you've got the squares going.
Yeah.
So it's a specific clan's colors. So
Okay.
like I can show you what Clan Duncan's looks like.
Cool. I can do that.
But anyways, so we're gonna be off. Thank you for hanging out and checking out the painting stream. Maybe I'll start up another one again in the near future. But in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and close this down because I got to get closed up and out of here. But it's been cool to hang out with you guys. And I will see you tomorrow for the super stream. And just a reminder, I'll go ahead and publish that itinerary. What the fuck do you... Schedule. Paul,
Yeah.
I'll publish the schedule a little bit later today on Discord. Thank you, everyone, and have a good night and happy holidays.
Happy holidays.